This is $1 million, and whichever one of them I find last keeps it. Yeah!
This video aged horribly. Hello everyone, it's Mr. Troll delivering an update. Remember MrBeast's hide and seek video? Well, a few days ago, one of the contestants, named Rosanna Pansino, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but anyways, she came forward and revealed that that competition was rigged. Basically, she wrote this post saying, I had participated in Creator Games 1 and 2 and was excited to be a part of YouTube's Creator Games 3, Hide and Seek at Sophie Stadium. After filming had wrapped, I truly couldn't believe how well I did at the competition and was proud of what I had achieved. I had placed third. When the video was released, I was shocked, disappointed, and felt hurt. MrBeast, Jimmy, had edited the video to make me look like I performed worse than I did. This was extra upsetting because I genuinely believed him when he said that his videos are authentic and real. He edited the video to look like the final three people were Larry, Logan Paul, and Zach King. The final three people were actually Zach, Quackity, and myself. For the entire duration of filming, we all wore earpieces connected to walkie-talkies. They would announce in our ears when someone had been found or when we had to move hiding spots. If we didn't move, you were immediately disqualified. While I was still hiding, they announced that they found Logan Paul. I couldn't believe I outlasted him. He is a fierce competitor. It was getting really late. We filmed for over 24 hours straight, and they eventually offered me money to come out of hiding and quit. I declined. I had been counting the eliminations and I was currently in 4th place, with Larry, Quackity, Zach and myself still remaining. Jimmy asked us to move hiding spots again, to the side of the stadium with the mannequins. It was at this time that I was found in transition moving to my next hiding spot. When Jimmy found me, he brought me to the field to be with the others that had also been found. I thought I had placed 4th. However, Larry had fallen asleep and hadn't moved in a long time, so he was disqualified. This meant I got 3rd place. When I arrived to the field, I saw MatPat and Logan there because they were seekers now. Jimmy said he was going to go look for Zach and asked if anyone wanted to join him. I offered to help, but he said he wanted to take Logan instead. So I hung back to start looking for Zach in a different direction with MatPat. I placed 3rd, Quackity placed 2nd, and Zach placed 1st. That is what actually happened. Despite Jimmy editing out the only female in the top 3, I was proud of what I had achieved. I followed the rules of the game, gave it my all, had fun, and never gave up. They can't take that away from me. Now, first of all, a lot of people were saying they already knew MrBeast's challenges were staged and rigged, and that this didn't surprise them. However, even though his videos clearly had to be staged to some point, I personally did not know the challenges themselves were rigged, so this was indeed shocking to me. As Rosanna had pointed out, MrBeast himself said his videos are authentic and real, and if you watch his Squid Game video, now unfortunately I cannot show this video here because whenever I download the video onto my computer, I get the video in Arabic for some reason.
أعدت خلق لعبة مسلسل الحبار هنا ومن سيستمر من 456 لاعب.
And I think a lot of you wouldn't understand Arabic, but you can watch that video yourself. Basically, in that video, MrBeast says there is no way rigging the challenge, and it was later proven by the fact that the players 067 and 456 did not win, even though those players had plot armor in the show. So this was indeed shocking to me. I could not believe MrBeast would intentionally rob someone of a higher place this way. However, when she mentioned she was the only female in the top 3, that led to a bunch of losers on Twitter, X, to speculate MrBeast was some kind of sexist, misogynist, and some people even labeled him an incel. Now, I do not think MrBeast had any sexist motives whatsoever, because Rosanna mentioned Quackity was also supposed to be second, and he also got robbed. And Quackity is a man, for crying out loud. And if you don't believe me, Quackity did indeed confirm this. Not that he is a man, but the fact that he was also robbed.
So I ended up being in third place. Because they found me. But Lorraine was in that video, and Lorraine was asleep. So I was technically second place. So I was the second place.
Now, unfortunately, things took an unexpected turn when Rosanna then posted this, saying, "If he can say it to me on the phone, he can say it in writing." When I asked him to send over the raw footage to review the timeline, he went radio silent. MrBeast kept pressing me to get on the phone and refused to answer any of my questions in writing. Rosanna, you realize having a phone call is way more efficient than texting, because you don't have to wait like an eternity before the other person answers, and so the conversation would flow more smoothly. So those are the DMs Rosanna exchanged with MrBeast. So MrBeast reached out to her after she publicly called him out for rigging the competition, and he said, "What's your phone number? I would love to call and see if we can figure out what happened." To which Rosanna responded saying, "My intention of speaking up is not to be malicious or create drama. I was really hurt by the editing decisions you made. Editing me out of the top 3 and making me look like I performed worse than I did felt awful. Quackity was also edited out of the top 3 and he also talked about it." MrBeast replied saying, "Obviously I wasn't trying to make you look bad. Just give me a time we can chat. I'm not mad or anything, just want to help." Rosanna then said, "Why did you lie? Why did you say in the video that you found Logan literally 1 minute before Zach? I outlasted Logan and was proud of what I accomplished. It actually built some confidence in myself that wasn't there before." MrBeast then said, "I don't know, been a while, let's call and figure it out." And I understand MrBeast here. That hide and seek video is like 2 years old. And if you think MrBeast would remember a specific video out of thousands of videos and from 2 years ago, then you are probably delusional. Rosanna says, "I'll give you some time to look into it and remember, and then we can discuss. I'm more than happy to review all the raw footage to show the timeline of events. Feel free to send it over to my team. Let me know." And we're currently waiting for MrBeast to respond. However, I do think if Rosanna really was salty about this whole situation, she shouldn't have waited 2 years before coming forward and revealing it was all staged. She should have complained right away. And then she proceeded to treat this whole situation like some kind of Me Too Harvey Weinstein shit. And this got people talking, but not for the reason Rosanna was hoping for. You see, people started criticizing Rosanna for being this upset just because she lost a child's game that was for a charity event, by the way. People also pointed out Rosanna was generally a nice person, so seeing her suddenly going full Karen mode here was downright unpleasant. Now personally, I did not even know who Rosanna was in the first place, so I can't really comment here, but yeah, I think it was unfair of MrBeast to rob her of the top 3 placement. However, I also think Rosanna could have handled this in a better way. As she later stated in her apology tweet, she should have handled things privately instead of turning this into a public drama. And I agree, I think because of Rosanna's horrible blunder here, people are no longer talking about how unfair MrBeast is because of rigging the challenges, but people are instead talking about how horrible Rosanna is as a person. Do I think she is a horrible person? No, I wouldn't call her a waste of human space in the slightest. I just think she did one horrible mistake here. However, one thing I do find despicable about Rosanna herself is the fact that she promoted her music at the time as she accused MrBeast of all this, which implies she waited 2 whole years of accusing him just for some kind of publicity stunt, so that people like me would find out about her and she would then market her songs. And this is borderline waste of human space behavior. Now we still do not know why MrBeast rigged that challenge, but the most likely reason is that he wanted the more popular names such as Logan Paul to be in the top 3 so that the video would get more popular, and since Quackity and Rosanna were not so well known, they were edited out into obscurity, which is something I do not agree with, but from a marketing perspective I do understand this. But then again, Mark Rober got eliminated early, so I don't really know what to believe.